Hello everyone, welcome back to tryracing. And no, I'm not racing, it's just me catching up to the pack, getting my tyres ready. We're at Donington Park, as you can see. We're on ACC, we're on low fuel motorsport. I'm going to have a 45-minute race. Now I'm not going to show you the full 45 minutes because, well, you don't have time to watch the full 45-minute race. So I'm going to give you the highlights to show you. It's quite an interesting race really, starting off in P14 after a little bit of a good qualifying session, so it's about halfway in the pack. Coming up to the start line, and we're looking just to make some progress over 45 minutes. Be consistent, have a good pit stop, and come to the top 10. That's a great target for me today, I think. So lights go green. I'm going to take it easy into the first corner. Tyres are nearly at pressures but nowhere near temperatures. I'll just stick my car in the middle. Everyone's going to be worried about making any mistakes or bumping into each other. I'm in the McLaren 720. Ferrari seems to be quite popular today on this track, down Craner curves. Stay out wide to the right, looking for a gap here on the inside. Found one, hit the apex, crashed left, 3 cars off to the left, one's on the grass, and we've made up 4 or 5 spaces already. So we're now P8, coming close up to this McLaren. That is McLaren Lamborghini. So sitting now behind Lamborghini. Didn't want to send it, my tyres are still cold according to the dash. So we're going to sit behind this car, using a bit of the slipstream. Did qualify higher than me, he was ahead of me, so I'm going to stay behind him and just slipstream and just push on forward, as I have now made up 6 spaces just after, well, what was it, 4 corners. That was good, as he has a moment there on the throttle. Porsche is coming back onto the track as well. Into the hairpin, a little bit slow there for him. My traction control kicking in there, so I'm struggling to get out the corner. This McLaren has a very, very heavy rear, likes to rotate under speed. As I nearly got rear ram there by the Ferrari behind, that red and white Ferrari you can see on the dash in the middle. That's it, lap 1. Done. 6 spaces made up already. Mandatory pit stop. Pit stop will be 25 seconds minimum. I've fueled for 44 litres with 38 litres after the pit stop. Sorry, 40 litres. But I didn't realise we had an out lap, so well, I didn't take that into account for my fuel, and see that causes problems later on in relation to how much fuel I have left for the race. I'm struggling a little bit with the pace of the car ahead, and I've got the Ferrari behind pushing me hard. That is my worst corner, as I get a track limit warning there, cutting across in the second part of that chicane. Definitely one of my worst corners on this track, but I do love this track. I only live an hour away from here, but I've never actually been on it. Would love to take my Clio 182 hill climb time attack car there when I've got some time and I've fixed the suspension on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. So jump ahead to lap 7, and we're still kept up with the Porsche and the Lambo. That Ferrari's sticking on us, so we've got a nice little group of 4 here. I'm in P7, made up a space due to a mistake from I think it was P3. Just trying to keep in touch with these guys. They are naturally faster over a 1 lap. I feel like I'm more consistent, definitely. That's why I can keep up with them. They seem to push ahead and then make silly mistakes, which then brings them back into my attacking range. And I seem to be a little bit quick out the corners, but slower on the entry phase. So that's good for defending, but not the best for attacking, unfortunately. As the Lamborghini gets it all wrong into the chicane, onto the grass, has a wobble onto the track, and I force my way past on the outside. and I think he loses the space to the Ferrari behind. No, man, it looks like he's managed to hold on there, fighting, which helps me, and I can get after the Porsche now of Lopez. Help the brake bars a bit, as I struggled with the rear and the braking a little bit there. But after the Porsche now, so they're dropping behind, they're fighting out of that last corner. That's good for me. And up to P6 on lap number 8. That's good. So we are what, 10 minutes into the race, 12 minutes into the race, and we've made up 8 places already, which is great. Car's feeling good. Pressures are looking good between 26 and 27, bang on. Not having to use too much traction control or brake bias, which is nice. Through the Craner curve towards the airport. No planes flying overhead as you see at the moment, and the cars behind have dropped to 1.5 seconds and 2.3 seconds, so they are dropping well far behind, which is good for me. Little bit of oversteer on throttle there. Tyres overheating on the rears up to 90 degrees in the rears. It's fine, not too hot at the moment. It's a nice and dry day. We're not expecting any rain whatsoever, so we're just pushing through, and our aim is to get this Porsche stay within that slipstream. You can drag us along. Coming up to our pit stop soon as well. We're probably going to start catching traffic. Doesn't look like anyone is taking pits at the moment. Of course, this is going to be one of the parts of the race where you're going to be the lightest. Jump ahead to lap 9 with a bit of magic, and we get after this Porsche now. So people are taking pits, so some of the back markers are taking pit stops, maybe to get out of some of that traffic that they were in originally. That's a good idea. You find yourself in the middle of the pack and you know you're fast, you just can't get past because there's so much slipstreaming. Jump into the pits, get some clean air. You might be a bit heavier, but you definitely be faster. As the Porsche has a moment, clip the inside curb. Managed to hold on to it, but I'm going to hit it up the outside now. As I go up the hill, I've got the pace, cut across to take my racing line, cover the corner, and that's me into P5. As I said before, consistency is definitely key in these longer races. You may be faster over one lap than me. I'd like to think consistency will win most things, or at least get you towards that podium. It's up to P5 now, that's 9 places made up. Now I've got some defending to do. This Porsche is quite quick in a straight line and quick through the corners. As I said before, you can see there, I'm just quicker out the corner. During the entry phase, you'll see him scream up to me now on the radar, and then I'll power away from him and eke out another 2/10. So definitely got the mechanical grip out the corners compared to that Porsche. So what you don't know about this is it's got its own BOP LFM, if you didn't know. So I'm carrying 30 kg more weight. I think that's only lost 5 kg of weight. Just try and make them fair across all manufacturers. It's brilliant. It seems to bring some really close racing, especially at the top end, watching Yardy and stuff. Down to the Craner curves for the 11th time today. Almost halfway through. Thinking about that pit stop now, you can see I'm catching up some traffic ahead. Don't want to get caught behind, it's going to slow me down. So thinking about when I should take the pit. At this point it doesn't really matter if I pit now or in 3 laps when I've got minimum fuel left, as I missed the apex completely on that corner. Allowing that Porsche to catch up behind. Lots of negative camber, adverse camber on that curve, just pushing the car wide as soon as you get on the throttle. Using the setup from Coach Dave as well. And if you haven't seen their subscription, now includes a coaching course, the ACC setups and the iRacing, all for the same price. So fantastic quality and value for money. No, I'm not sponsored. I'm nowhere near big enough to be sponsored, as I was too busy watching that Porsche ahead and nearly missed that apex. So now I'm thinking, right, I'm catching this Porsche, I don't want to get caught behind. I think it's going to be time to pit soon. So keeping that Porsche at bay behind, just about. As you can see, as I've always said, the entry phase is quicker. Use a bit of slipstream from this Fury ahead. Followed the wrong line through there because I'm trying to keep slipstream. That's silly of me. I've done exactly what they've just done and gone into there. Race your own race. Use your own braking point, it's not theirs. They keep missing every apex. I was too eager to try and get past them. Stepped on the loud pedal too quickly. But we're past that back marker, which is helping. Oh, clipping that sausage curve on that chicane. Again, unstable the car. Or destabilises the car rather than unstable. It's the wrong word. Good English. So far, no safety infringements. The safety rating's all good. I'm in a good place to gain some ELO, which is the score they use for your driver rating, not the famous band. And into the pits we come, down to 50 km/h, and then find the pit stop. You can see we're adding 38 fuel, which will give us 44 left. Now, you'll see time required 25 seconds. We come into the pits. Engine has to come off before they can work on it, which I always forget. Engine off, and not too bad. Up in the air, no tyre changes, don't need them. I would have added 6 seconds on, would have been a 31-second change if you had a tyre change. And you've got no suspension or bodywork either, so nice little 25-second stop, which is the minimum for everyone. Now, you will see that I have miscalculated the fuel. Later on during the race. Right, we come. Yes, miscalculated the fuel, so we see later on it's going to cause me an issue. Blue flag, let one car go past and join in the middle, just about. And I was fighting for position there with Dave, so that was well timed. But they've still got to pit, so they're going to be slower than me naturally anyway, because they were further back in 25th as that's their position. So the car in front has a blue flag, and they're already a lap behind. So I need to get past this car ASAP. They're just going to slow me down. There was me issues when I was fighting with Lopez in the Porsche, that yellow Porsche from before, so I need to get a move on and get past this car. But these Ferraris are quick in a straight line. Give me the space and then cuts across, which was very, very nice. And I've had to drop all my speed down. I've lost easily half a second through there, probably more. All I need to do is come off the accelerator down that straight and let me pass. He was giving me the room, he wouldn't let me have it. So I'm not happy with the traction control settings, so I've lowered it down because it's cutting in too much for me. I need more traction out the corners. And that's probably lost a second behind this car already, so that's not good for me. People are starting to take their pits. Doesn't look like Lopez has yet. That car is an absolute mare coming out of that corner. Maybe we should think about turning their traction control higher up. As they go wide there, and I carry the speed through, and I'm past. You had a blue flag, mate. Get out of the way. Anyway, that's me through. I'm looking to make some time. So we're on to P18. P18? Lap 8, lap 19, and everyone's now taken their pits. And we've come out in P5, and we're 4 seconds ahead of Lopez. So we've made up some really good time during the pit stop stage, which is really good. And we've actually gained time to P4 as well, which is about 10 seconds. They were about 12 ahead, so undercut worked really well, even though it's not really undercut, we didn't change the tyres or anything, nothing beneficial, but I think we missed out a load of traffic, which would have helped us. So I'm now in my head trying to calculate time left and how much fuel I've got in the tank. Hopefully at this point in real life, I'd like to think I've got some engineers saying to me, Tony, you're cutting it really close with fuel, and it might be time to start thinking about some LICO, lift and coast. So I figured that out in my head, and you can hear there, just lifting a half second early at the moment, just trying to not use as much fuel and bring that fuel per lap down to probably about a 2.3, and that will just hopefully give me an extra lap towards the end. Now move to lap 27, so we've got 3 laps left. I've been lifting and coasting now, and as you can see, that's allowed P6 and P7 to catch up that 4 seconds time difference. But if I hadn't done that, we would be struggling, as Lopez now looks for a gap and he's also fighting off Bella at the same time. But they're fighting off the corner. I've got good traction. Entry phase again, you can see they get right on my rear. I have real struggle on traction there. I go out wide a bit, and Lopez has had a really good drive at the corner, so I've got to hold the inside line now. Hold the inside, hit the apex and try to drift wide. So I've hit the apex and I've drifted wide. Unfortunately, I've pushed Lopez out. You can't see it there, but there is a tap. So I've technically pushed them not off the track, and still gave the space. But it's actually quite a hard shunt. We didn't get any damage from it or any safety warning, as the Lamborghini behind has just got off the track and sent off to the shadow realm, so they are miles gone now. They've crashed, so it's just me and Lopez now. Now in my head, I thought it was quite a hard hit. When I've reviewed the footage, actually wasn't too bad. So what you're going to see now is not allowing Lopez to catch up. I know I've got a fuel save anyway. I know Lopez has been faster than me in the second part of the race. So I've decided the fact that I'm not going to fight. I need to finish the race, and you'll see as you come out of this hairpin, I'm going to allow Lopez to pass as they kind of sorry for pushing me out wide, because he almost lost that space to that Lamborghini, and to be honest, I ain't making the end of the race. So I've let him pass over the inside, and I'm going to use his slipstream a bit to help me finish towards the end to keep Sturm, who's that Ferrari, catching up behind. Give him the flash to lights to say sorry. I hope he caught that. Didn't receive any violations against me. What's it called? Reports. So we have got 1 minute left, but we're not on the final lap, and you can see I'm just bottom right there. Fuel 4.4, fuel per lap 2.44. I'm still under what I need, so I've got to fuel save a bit. Using the slipstream, short shifting, as you heard there, off the throttle miles early. And Sturm is catching up behind, only 4 seconds now. As I carry too much speed through there, send that wide a little bit. Fighting the tyres now, they are starting to get a little bit thin on tread, that's why the temperature's dropping. Not enough rubber on the tyres. You can hear I am lifting so like 200 metres ahead of where I need to brake. With 1 lap to go. The leaders on final. And I'm not driving very well. Neither, which don't help. Sturm has caught up a second to me, as the Porsche goes wide during the entry there. Give me a nice little slipstream down here. So I've just got enough. According to my fuel delta at the bottom, I've just got enough. 2.6 left. Fuel per lap is 2.3, so I can go hell for leather here and try and keep Sturm away. Hold on to this P6 and be very, very happy. Still a little bit of fuel saving down there. What I did notice through the fuel saving is that coming off that second earlier does make the car a lot more stable through the corners, because you're not throwing that weight from back to front, It's almost at a midway once, because you've come off the accelerator already, that throttle already. The car's settled and you hit the brakes. It is a lot easier to control during the entry phase, as long as you don't carry as much speed as that through the corner. It's quite interesting actually. I'd love to see my traces, my throttle and brake when I'm not lifting and coasting. So Sturm is now 2 seconds behind, taking up a second per lap, but I should be okay now. I've got a litre of fuel left. It should just get me to the end. Hopefully the FIA don't check my fuel levels. I mean, it should be all okay. And there we go, last corner. Lovely, made the apex. Nice and gentle, and we got P6 for the day. Smoke in the air, crowds go wild. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this race massively. As always, excitement at the start and the end. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks again. Enjoy racing, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.